Welcome to the Old Time Radio Westerns. I'm your host, Andrew Rhynes, and let's get into this episode. This episode is going to be The Cisco Kid. Original air date's November 25th, 1952, and the title is Murder at Cactus Vista. Let's get into it, and I hope you enjoy.
Here's adventure. Here's romance. Here's the famous Robin Hood of the Old West.
Cisco, the sheriff, he is getting closer.
This way, Poncho, vámonos. The Cisco Kid. And now to our exciting story of the Cisco Kid. As the Old Southwest grew, so grew the fame of the hard-riding, law-upholding Cisco Kid and his faithful ally, Poncho. But it was inevitable that in many cases the truth be garbled and that Cisco and Poncho be looked upon as outlaws. Now and then, this latter belief was deliberately helped on by such men as King Bannon and Mart Conley. As our story opens, Bannon and Conley are standing in an alley between two crude buildings in the frontier town of Cactus Vista. It is a rainy night, but through a window of the larger building comes light enough to help the heavily armed men in their preparation.
Turn around, Mark, and I'll tie that kerchief over your nose and mouth.
You sure picked a good night, King. Won't be nobody coming into that store.
We ain't taking no chances. Now, remember, when we go in, you stand at the door, and if anybody comes along, you blast them. There, that's not all the hold. Now, you fix my kerchief on me.
Better give me the setup again. The post office is in that store, too, ain't it?
Yeah, that's right. And in that post office safe is $2,000 in gold. A couple of prospectors brought it in this afternoon. It's supposed to go north on the stage day after tomorrow. I heard them talking about it in the cafe.
2,000 ain't much money for a job like this, King.
Plenty when you need it. Our luck ain't been good lately. Another thing, quit calling me King. From now on, till this job's over, I'm Cisco and you're Poncho. Hey, loosen that knot, will you? It's a little too tight.
All right. We're sure got up to look like them two hombres. What with these here boleros and fancy boots?
I've been waiting for a chance to get even with Cisco for a long time. Ever since he had me sent up from Denver for lifting the gun out of a store. I've been watching him close for the past 6 months, and tonight they're in this neck of the woods.
With that kerchief on, you sure could pass off as Cisco. You're about his build.
And you're about Poncho's build. Don't make no mistake now about letting them know we're Cisco and Poncho. Come on.
About time to close up the store and turn in, Susan. Won't be nobody else long now.
That suits me, Uncle Ned.
You're sleepy, huh?
No, I'm not sleepy. I'm just nervous about that money in the safe.
Many a time we've had lots more money than that in there, Susan. Yeah, don't get nervous over a couple of $1,000.
Just the same, $2,000 is a lot of money and a lot of responsibility. I know I shouldn't be nervous. Maybe it's because it's such a dreary night. And besides that Cisco Kid and what's the other one's name?
Oh, Cisco and Poncho?
That's it, Poncho. Well, the sheriff told me this afternoon he heard they were camped around here somewhere.
Kind of like to see them, too. Heard much about them.
I certainly don't want to see them.
According to most of the stories I've heard, they're pretty good hombres, both of them.
Sheriff doesn't seem to think so, Uncle Ned. He told me he was expecting trouble with them before they left these parts. And he said if they were around here tomorrow, he was going to tell them to move on.
This sheriff ought to know better than to go around scaring young girls with such talk as that. You go lock the door, Susan, and I'll count up the money we got in the till.
Stand still and don't make a sound. You, senorita, get over against that wall. And you, Sinor, get that safe open.
Now, wait a minute, mister.
Wait, nothing. Get going.
You better open it, Uncle Ned.
Come on.
Mister, whatever's in that safe is in the keeping of the United States Post Office. And it's staying right there.
Either you get over to that safe or... Hey, drop the gun. Shut up. Or you will get it, too. You hombre trying to throw a gun on me. You, open that safe.
I don't know the combination.
Listen.
I tell you, I can't open it. I don't know how.
Yeah, I will open it myself. Grab the money out of the till, Poncho.
Hey, there's men running this way, Cisco. We got to get out of here.
And open up on them.
No, there's too many of them. We ain't got a chance. Come on, out the back way. Quick.
For the last time, Poncho, I am not going to write this letter for you over again. 4 times is enough.
But Cisco, Poncho keeps thinking of things to say to his cousin-in-law, Porfirio.
You have said enough to him, amigo.
Read the letter to Poncho again, huh?
Oh, Santo, must I keep reading the letter to you all this morning as well as most of last night?
Just one more, Cisco.
Well, only once more. Then I will seal it for you, and you will take it over to the post office window behind you, buy the stamp, put it on the letter.
And take the letter with me, no?
No.
No?
You put it in that box by the window and leave it there. Now, you understand?
See, Cisco. Read the letter again, please.
Oh, very well. Poncho, just once more.
Morning, Miss Susan.
Good morning, Sheriff.
Didn't expect you'd be working today after what happened last night.
Somebody has to run the post office.
No, don't worry. We'll get the buzzards, Miss Susan. This reward notice I'm putting up will bring 'em in 48 hours, or I miss my guess of mine.
That's a good letter, Cisco. Pancho by the stamp, huh?
Buy the stamp, amigo, and put it on the letter. Right here.
Cisco, do it for Pancho?
I will not do it, Poncho. You must learn how to do it. Sometime you might wish to mail another letter. You go to the window, and I will see what is on that notice board.
Buenos dias, senorita.
Good morning.
Pancho like to buy a stamp for this letter to Porfirio. Oh, excuse me. Pancho forget something. Cisco!
Hey, Poncho.
How big a stamp?
Pancho.
Poncho, never mind that letter. Come here quickly.
Oh.
What? The senorita take a look at Pancho and run right out the store.
Poncho, look.
Huh?
That notice says we are wanted for murder, dead or alive.
Dead or alive?
$1,000 reward.
But Pancho and Cisco not murder nobody, Cisco.
Of course we have not murdered anybody, but that notice says we have. Poncho, where'd that senorita go?
Pancho not know. She just take one look at Pancho and
First I will tear down that notice, and we'll go to the door and look up and down the street. She's running in the sheriff's office. Come, Poncho.
Why do you run after the senorita?
We are not running after her, Poncho.
No?
We are running to talk with the sheriff before she can tell him we are here. Before he can start the whole town shooting at us.
They're in the post office now, Sheriff, both of them. They called each other Cisco and Pancho, just as they did last night.
Oh, is that so? Well.
Un momento, Sheriff. Do not get up from that desk. Do not try to draw your guns. Poncho, watch the sheriff closely.
See?
I'll close the door. Please make yourself comfortable in a chair, senorita. I assure you, you will not be harmed. Pancho, unload the sheriff's guns just to remove temptation from his mind.
See, Cisco.
So you're the Cisco Kid, eh? Real rough and tough,
I have no time to bandy words with you, Sheriff. I am here only to tell you you are mistaken in thinking we committed murder, as that sign in the post office said.
There'd be somebody else close by that wouldn't agree with you, Cisco. How about it, Miss Susan?
You did commit murder, and you can't deny it.
But, senorita...
You and that man came into the store last night just as he were going to close. And when my uncle refused to open the safe for you, you shot him down in cold blood. And then he grabbed what money there was in the till, and you both went out through the back of the store and the house.
Senorita, it pains me to say you are wrong, but Pancho and I did not leave our camp all last night.
Pancho and Cisco writing a letter to Porfirio.
I suppose you can prove you didn't leave your camp, Cisco?
Unfortunately, there is no way we can prove it, Senor Sheriff. But I am telling the truth when I say that the first time Pancho and I were ever in that store was this morning.
Don't you believe him, Sheriff? These are the two men, and I was right there, and I saw them.
Did you see our faces, Senorita?
Well, no, you both had kerchiefs over the lower part of your faces, but...
Pardon the interruption, Senorita, but did those men speak?
You know very well you spoke. Beast?
No, Pancho not a beast.
And the voices, Senorita? They were ours?
Well...
You are not sure, eh?
Yes, I am sure. Perhaps they didn't sound exactly the way you're talking now. I can't be certain of that. I was terrified. But it's easy enough to anybody to disguise his voice. Arrest them, Sheriff.
Wished I could, Miss Susan, but as you can see, I ain't in much of a position right now to arrest them.
Pancho, open that door.
Here.
We'll call the horses.
Logo! Logo!
Once again, Senorita and Senor Sheriff, you are mistaken. We are going to prove to you that you are mistaken. And for now, adios. Come, Pancho.
Here.
A couple of pretty nervy hombres coming in here.
Yeah. Well, they're the two men who were in our store last night, Sheriff. There's no doubt about it.
You ought to know, Miss Susan. All right. I'll get out a posse and we'll hunt down them two killers just as if they were a couple of mad coyotes.
Hold up. We'll rest the horses, Poncho.
Uh-huh.
We are high in the hills, and we can watch the town below.
Pancho and Cisco watch for the posse, Cisco, huh?
We'll watch for the posse while we are talking, amigo.
Yes.
We will take note of how big a posse it is and in which direction it will ride.
Oh, Cisco, there we go.
What's the matter, Poncho?
Oh, Pancho still got that letter to Porfirio.
Never mind the letter, Poncho. There are far more important things to consider. First, someone has been impersonating us.
Huh? Pancho not know what that means.
It means they have been making people believe they are you and me, Poncho.
Pancho?
And when they make people believe that you and I are murderers, that is very serious.
So why they do this, Cisco?
I do not know, but I'm going to find out.
Uh-huh.
Now, we must try to think as they would think. Poncho,
See?
if you were not Poncho, but were trying to make believe you were Poncho...
Pancho is Pancho.
See, I know you are Poncho, but we are pretending.
Uh-huh.
So, if you were making believe you were Poncho...
Pancho could make believe he's Cisco.
No.
And Cisco could make believe he's Pancho.
Pancho.
But Pancho would still be Pancho, and Cisco would still be Cisco.
Never mind, Poncho, never mind. You watch for the posse, and I will do the supposing. Maybe that those two hombres, whoever they are, have a very cruel sense of humor.
What are they going to do with the letters?
They must have to do what they did. So I think they might want to hear what people would be saying about us.
Cisco, the posse. Look, down there.
See, it's a big posse, Poncho.
He's coming right up this way, Cisco.
See, to the north. So we will make a big circle to the south, Poncho, and go back down into that town.
What you say, Cisco? We go back into the town.
See.
But Cisco, Pancho here to say we want it for dead or for alive.
That is what the notice said.
Pancho rather be wanted for alive.
That is the chance we must take, amigo. And now is the time to take it. With most of the men in that posse riding out this way, I have a strong feeling the hombres we want are down there in that town.
Pancho got a strong feeling Cisco making a big mistake.
You do not have to go with me, Poncho, but I am going.
Mistake or no mistake, Pancho go where Cisco go. Where Cisco? Up, logo, go now, go!
Perhaps Poncho was right, and Cisco is making a big mistake to go back down into the town where they are wanted, dead or alive. In just a moment, we'll continue our thrilling story of the Cisco Kid. And now, back to the Cisco Kid. With Cisco suspecting that the two men would return to the scene of the murder, he and Poncho are stretched out in the shade of a building across the street from the combination store and post office where the murder was committed. Their hats are pulled well down over their eyes.
I think no one will pay much attention to us here, Poncho. They will think we are taking a little siesta.
They not know we're strangers, Cisco?
Well, what if they do? There must be other strangers here. It seems to be a very busy little town.
Uh-huh.
As long as they do not see our faces, I do not think we will be troubled.
Pancho not just see any make-believe, Cisco, and Pancho go into the store.
Keep watching, amigo.
Uh-huh.
Of course, I may be wrong, and the two hombres we want may not appear, but... Poncho, see? Look. They left the store. Those two hombres.
Oh, Pancho see them.
The larger of the two. Who is he? Do you know?
Pancho not know.
There's something very familiar about his face, but I cannot quite remember him. Watch closely, Poncho. Right. Those hombres approaching the store seem to be a little bit nervous, eh?
They're stopping to look at the store.
They're suspicious of something, that is sure. Now they're going into the store, Poncho.
We went to...
No.
No, we don't go in?
They went in, so they'll have to come out again. We will wait. And then we will follow them, amigo.
We better get out of here, King.
Oh, don't get so shaky, Mart. Hey, see that notice over there? Wanted for murder. Come on, Mart. Let's take a look at it.
Dead or alive.
$1,000 reward. Well, what do you know about that, Mart? We sure framed them good and proper.
Not so loud, King. The girl's looking at you. Now she's coming over here.
Can I wait on you, gentlemen?
Oh, no, thanks, ma'am. We was just in here looking around. Might buy something later on.
That's all right.
Hey, miss, where was that murder committed?
Right here in the store.
Oh? That notice ain't been up long, has it?
About an hour. There was one up before that, but somebody tore it down.
Tell us something about that murder, will you?
If you don't mind, I'd rather not talk about it. Please excuse me.
Oh, come on out of here, King.
All right. I swear you're more skittery than an old maid, Mark. I was just thinking of coming back here tonight and making another try for the money in that safe. How about it?
I don't know, but I'll think it over. I was just thinking I wish we could get our hands on some easy money. Like that rewards money.
Yeah. Hey, that wouldn't be bad. Well, why don't we go after it, Mark? That's an idea. No, if I could get reward money on Cisco, I wouldn't stop laughing for the rest of my life.
There's a posse out after him, you know.
Well, that ain't no sign the posse's going to get him. I know where Cisco's camp is. Let's ride out there, Mark. Maybe we can catch him off guard.
Poncho, those two hombres are coming out of the store. Big hombres. Somewhere, sometime, I have had dealings with him.
They're getting on their horses, Cisco.
See, and after they get started, you and I will ride after them, Poncho. They could be the two we want. They're just about our size. Now, come. We'll get up slowly and walk over to Diablo Loco. I believe those dealings I had with that big hombre were unpleasant.
Yeah, they're right out in the direction of our camp.
Say, no, we are not going to hurry, Diablo. We're going to ride slowly this way. Come on.
Cisco.
See?
Poncho, one of these hombres ride us into a trap.
Oh, I do not think so, amigo. Certainly they did not notice us sitting in the shade of the building.
They notice us now. One of them just looked back.
That is all right. It's natural for horsemen to ride this way, as many as wish to, judging from the looks of the road.
Yeah, now they ride faster, Cisco.
We ride faster, too. Up, Diablo.
Go, go now. Now they're riding very fast, Cisco.
So I noticed, Poncho. Seems they want to get away from us. Mm-hmm. And that in itself is suspicious. Come. We'll stop fooling now. We overtake them and question them.
Yeah, go. Oh, Poncho, think they got very fast horses, Cisco.
We have faster horses. We are overtaking them.
Now they ride up to the little canyon.
Where they ride, we also can ride, Poncho.
Up to the little canyon, Lobo. What's the matter? You gonna let these other horses beat you? Cisco, now there's only one horseman ahead of us.
They are, Poncho. They're out.
Poncho, think. All the breath knock out of here.
I'm also seeing stars, Poncho.
That's nice roping, Mark. Nice roping. You dragged the both of them off the horses at once. Don't move, either of you. Poncho not can move. Get the guns, Mark. You wasn't quite so smart that time, Cisco.
You are quite right, hombre. You did not look for your friend to turn quickly to the right at the top of that rise and rope us as we rode past. It was a very clever trick.
I got the gun, King.
King. That is the name.
Yeah. King Bannon, Cisco. Remember that name?
Now that you mention it, I remember not only the name, but you. And you were just about as mean and ornery a thief as I ever saw.
Oh, is that so? How do you like that, Cisco?
You are very brave, hombre, to strike a man whose arms are held fast by a rope.
Yeah, I'll do it again.
Boy, this Poncho must get loose. This rope should not be too hard to get out of. Bring your arms close to your body, Poncho.
Watch him, King.
So, with one twist, we are free, eh? Come, King! It does you no good to shoot at places where Cisco has just been.
Get you yet, Cisco.
Take the other one, Poncho.
Cisco.
Do not know what you're doing out of jail, Poncho. You will soon get back in jail.
Hang on, King. The posse's coming.
Cisco, the posse.
Now, we stay right here, Poncho, and finish what we are doing.
All right. Get him up, Cisco. You too, Poncho. Come on, Rhynes, or we'll blast you down.
There's no cause for such excitement, Sheriff. I'm glad you are here. Now you can question these two hombres to see what they were doing during that murder last night.
Don't let them trick you, Sheriff. No.
You're the two hombres I'm interested in, Cisco. You and that other sidewinder.
Yeah. Me and my friend here are putting in for that reward money, Sheriff. We held him till you got here.
Who are you?
He is an hombre you would do well to question thoroughly, Sheriff.
He's just sore because we got him, Sheriff. Me and Mark will ride in with you, and you can pay us that money anytime. Why'd you walk up and down the cell, Cisco?
Because I am stupid, Poncho, to be tricked into being roped and arrested and put in the jail by that King Bannon.
Anyone is tricked once in a while, Cisco.
There is no excuse. To make it even worse, that bandito is tricking the sheriff into giving him the reward money.
Oh?
I heard the sheriff say he would give it to him tomorrow.
Cisco think the bandito Bannon committed this murder?
See, I do think so, Poncho, but I have no proof.
No proof, huh?
Senorita still insists that we committed the murder and that...
Cisco tired of walking?
Poncho, I am doubly stupid.
No, not could be, Cisco.
According to what the senorita said this morning, those bandidos did not get the money in the safe last night.
Pancho, remember?
So, since everybody thinks we are the ones who tried and knows we are now safely in jail, there'll be no watch kept on that safe. The bandidos will know that too, Poncho. Now listen, we are going to get out of here. Pronto.
Pancho, I like that. But how?
We will make believe.
You still make believe, Cisco?
Now listen to me, Poncho.
I listen.
I will call the sheriff.
You call the sheriff.
We will make believe there was something in the coffee he gave us that poisoned us.
Poison.
I will try to get him to come close to these bars. And if he does, I will grab him.
That's good, Cisco.
And when I do, you reach to the bars and get one or both of his guns.
The both, I guess.
Sheriff! Oh, Sheriff, come here, please.
What's the matter with you?
Oh, please come here quickly. Oh, we are very sick. Oh,
You're sick?
Oh, see. Must have been something in the coffee we had for supper. Oh,
Pancho's stomach.
There wasn't anything wrong with that coffee. What are you trying to put over?
Oh, look, Senor Sheriff. Look at my arm, how it has swelled up. Oh.
I'll take a look at it. This is a trick.
Now, Poncho! Let's go. Quickly, Poncho. He's gone. Here, Poncho got him. Give one of them here. Here he is. Now, I release you, Senor Sheriff. Stay right where you are. Unlock the cell door.
Not by a dogful, I won't.
Senor Sheriff, I mean every word I say. I will shoot you with your own gun unless you unlock the cell door this moment.
All right, Cisco. I guess you win again.
Gracias. Out quickly, Poncho. Sheriff, you get in the cell.
No.
Go, get in the cell.
All right.
My apologies to you for having to do this. Also for having to borrow your guns. But we will return them. Come, Poncho.
Cisco unlock the window?
I think so, Poncho.
There.
That's it. I will go in the store first, Poncho. You follow me, then lower the window. Now make no noise.
All right.
Pancho got trouble getting into the window. Here, Pancho.
Now we'll crouch down behind this counter and wait. I think we will not have to wait long.
The senorita?
Just rooms in the back of the store, I believe. Now listen. Somebody's at the window on the other side of the store. When they come in, Poncho, we waste no time. Now, last time.
Pancho understands.
You ready, Poncho?
Ready.
Now! Hey, watch out! Hey. I'm leaving from... You are leaving for nowhere, Bandito, except for Dreamland!
Oh, Cisco, do not leave even one of them for Pancho.
Strike a match, Chico. There must be a lamp in here.
Who's out there?
See, Pancho, find the lamp.
Gracias.
Oh, good heavens, what?
Senorita, again I assure you, you have nothing to fear from us. Now, please, look at those two hombres on the floor. They have on the kerchiefs. Are they the ones who came in here last night and murdered your uncle, or are we?
I don't know. They look like the men, but...
Look closely, senorita.
Yes, these are the men, of course. Those kerchiefs are the same. The clothes, they're the men who killed Uncle Ned.
Gracias, senorita. Pancho, go let the sheriff out of his cell and bring him over here. This murder has been solved.
So I'm almost too ashamed to look at it.
Oh, do not be ashamed, senorita. It was a perfectly natural mistake.
Thank heavens the mistake was corrected in time.
Fortunately for Pancho's neck and my neck, it was.
Yes, but... Cisco, must you leave today? I've hardly had a chance to get acquainted with you.
Oh, I will be back someday, senorita. If I have a memory to bring me back.
A memory? What kind of a memory? Oh,
The senorita would perhaps leave her face for just one moment, eh?
yes.
Oh, senorita.
Oh, Pancho's getting hungry.
Oh, he is always getting hungry. Adios, senorita.
Cisco.
Hey, Poncho.
Pancho not yet mailed that letter to his cousin-in-law, Porfirio.
Oh, so you have not, Poncho. But you can mail it tomorrow.
No. Pancho going to keep the letter.
But what for, Poncho? When you write a letter to someone, you should send it to him.
Pancho got two reasons to keep the letter.
Yeah, the first.
And Pancho proud of his first letter and want to keep it.
See. And the second reason?
My cousin-in-law, Porfirio, not can read.
Oh, Poncho.
Oh, Cisco.
And so ends another exciting adventure with O. Henry's famous Robin Hood of the West, the Cisco Kid. Be sure to listen again for another thrilling adventure of the Cisco Kid. Cisco Kid was played by Jack Mather. Poncho by Harry Lang.
This has been a presentation of OTRWesterns.com, and we hope you enjoyed. Please take some time to like and rate our shows in your favorite podcast application. Follow us on Facebook by going to OTRWesterns.com/Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel by going to OTRWesterns.com/YouTube. And send us an email, podcast@OTRWesterns.com. You can call and leave us a voicemail, 707-986-8739. This episode is copyright under the Attribution Non-Commercial Share-alike copyright. For more information, go to OTRWesterns.com/copyright. Have a great day, and thanks for listening.